Hello, my good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Immigration Helper, where we discuss all things life and legal. This is Attorney Elizabeth Wafula, your favorite immigration attorney. And today, I'm not returning with your tip. Today, we're discussing all things life, as you normally say in the beginning, all things life. And today, specifically, I want to discuss COVID-19 and how you're handling COVID-19. What are you doing? What's your mindset like? How are you handling COVID-19? Specifically, are you struggling through this? Do you have lots of questions that are unanswered? Do you go to sleep at night anxious for family members, for yourself, or for those around you that you may get it, or that if you do have it, that you will die from it? What is your current mindset right now is what I'm asking you. Deep inside, are you anxious? Are you afraid? What is your mindset? Are you hopeful? What's your mindset? I want to get to that and talk about that today. Now, we have all been impacted by COVID-19. I don't know a single person who's not been affected one way or another. Either you've been affected economically with the job loss or decrease in pay or having to find two jobs, or either you've been affected as a business owner, right? Maybe less clients, whatever. You've been affected one way or another. Either you've been affected by actually getting COVID-19 and recovering, or getting it and having not recovered yet. Maybe you're just still going through the process. Either you've been affected by a family member or friend who's gotten COVID-19 and you're worried about them. Okay? Either you've been affected simply by your children being at home all day, every day, 24 hours a day. And you don't know when this is going to happen, and it's driving you crazy because you're a working parent, you're a working aunt, you're a working grandmother, name it. You're a working person, and now your kids are at home all day, every day, ain't nothing but your food all day, all night. All they do is eat the food. And now you have to go grocery shopping like I don't know how many times. We have all been affected in one way or another, name it. Jokes aside. And so I want to ask you, what is your mindset? I'm a firm believer that in every situation in life, 90% is what happens. 10% is what happens to us, and then 90% is what we do with it. 10%, they said, is what happens to you. That 90% is what you do with it. And I'm a huge firm believer that your mindset is key. If you have a mindset that no matter what, I will overcome, or me and my family are going to overcome this COVID-19, then I hugely believe that many will. It doesn't always happen like that, true. Yes, I know exceptions. But for the majority of the time, I do think that our mindset matters. If you have a mindset of saying, I will seize the day no matter what, I'm going to seize the day. I'm going to seize this moment. I'm going to seize this time that I have with my kids all day long. They're at home. I'm going to seize it. And I'm going to spend extra time with them. I'm going to eat dinner with them every night. I'm going to cook dinner for them. We're going to take walks after dinner. We're going to just make the best out of this. Then guess what? You will turn a bad situation to a good situation for you. Okay? If you have a mindset of, right now I'm at home, and I always have this research for work or extra work that I have to do. So now, when the kids go home, I can go to sleep, I can now do some extra work. I can really advance myself in my career, or I could really use this time to really get better at a task at work, or an area of work that I'm normally not good at. And guess what? That's what's going to happen. If you take this time and say, hey, I've been wanting to read that book, write that book, I've been wanting to better myself in this area, and you use your time wisely to do that, guess what? You will. And guess what? As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. A lot of the things I'm like, have I really been doing those? There is that book that I need to read, Elizabeth or Fuller. There's that book you need to read. So even as I talk to you, I'm talking to myself like, hey, I haven't been fully seizing the moment due to COVID-19. But because I'm talking to you about it now, I have to do it as well, right? I have to do it as well. And the third, I think a good way to deal with it mindset-wise is to just remember that everything has a beginning and an end. I'm telling you, everything has a beginning and an end. And the Bible says it like this. It says, this too shall come to pass. So I remember Ebola, how big that was, and we thought it would never end, and it came to an end. I remember 9/11, how big that was, and we thought it would never come to an end, and it came to an end. Name it. I remember when President Obama was looking for Osama bin Laden, and it seemed like they would never find him. And guess what? They did find him. So any situation in life, whether it's any big thing, especially in life, that's always on the news. Every time you see this on the news, it has a beginning and an end. It's so important to remember that everything has a beginning and an end. And this